the Cardinals take over on downs. Calvin Williams defended, and Brent Alexander, the rookie, undrafted from Tennessee State, who played for Rob Ryan, Buddy's son, who coached at Tennessee State, with a big play here.
Well, they went with the zone, and a nice job of Alexander interfering with Calvin Williams right there. He hit him before the ball came, and you see all the calls all year long that go opposite. Now there's one that could have been called but wasn't. I mean, still let him play. Big play all game long by the secondary of the Cardinals.
We want to let those of you watching this game here will be taken to the end of the Atlanta-Denver game after this one is over. So stay with us. 1st and 10 on the 24 for the Arizona Cardinals. And they're going to keep the ball on the ground. Larry centers. And a timeout will be called by the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is their last timeout. With 1:38 to go, Philadelphia is out of timeouts. Exciting game in the rematch between the Cardinals and the Eagles. We want to thank some people while we have a moment. Today's game was produced by Richie Zients and directed by Artie Kempner. The studio was produced by Scott Ackerson and directed by Bob Levy. And the executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill.
And as I watch this game, one play comes back to my mind, and that was 14 seconds left to go in the first half on 2nd down, and you kick a field goal instead of taking another shot, an opportunity to the end zone. I think you leave that opportunity on the field, and that just comes back to kill you.
And Matt, some may argue you don't want to sack to get out of field goal range, but I think that Randall Cunningham's smart enough to throw the ball away.
Just throw it away. Yeah, I just think you waste an opportunity to get in, and you can't waste opportunities. And I think if I were to pick a group or a guy who's played as a player of the game today, it would have to be the secondary of the Cardinals.
Gutty performance by the Arizona Cardinals today. 2nd down and 9 on the 25. Eagles can't stop the clock. Mark Higgs carries. So the Eagles are going to go down to their 2nd defeat in a row. They lost to the Browns at home, and now will find themselves 2 games behind the Dallas Cowboys, and even with the Chicago Bears in the wild card fight. And for the Cardinals, the dream of a wild card playoff berth lives.
And remember that in head-to-head, the Eagles beat the Bears already, and so that plays favorable for them. But this was a must-win for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, there's a huge difference between 7 wins and 8 wins this time of the season.
Game clock down to 54. The play clock down to 1. Here's Higgs again. 2nd effort, and a flag is down, and that will stop the clock at 47 seconds.
That's a big flag right there. If you don't get the flag, you run that thing down another, say, 40 seconds. You only have 7 seconds when you get the ball back. Now it's a hold, takes it back. You know, and I would have to think you may want to decline this thing.
It is declined.
4th down.
Remember last week, as Beagles comes on, the Cardinals mismanaged. They had to kick the ball away and gave or not really, they took a knee and gave the Giants one last chance. And if it weren't for Brent Alexander knocking a pass away, Cardinals might have suffered an incredibly embarrassing loss.
Yeah, 47 seconds, that's too much time for Cunningham.
So once again, the Cardinals really didn't manage their offense in the final minute all that well. Eagles will kick it, and Jeff Seidner back deep. This game is not over. Seidner calls for the fair catch at the 42-yard line. But Philadelphia, though, out of timeouts. Well, tonight at 8, 7 Central, Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes team up. They're the 2 slickest hustlers ever to hit the basketball court. Rosie Perez co-stars in White Men Can't Jump right after the Best of X-Files tonight on Fox. 40 seconds remain and no timeouts for the Eagles.
So you throw the perimeter, but you move the ball down the field. And then defensively, you just defend the perimeter.
Cunningham will run and will eventually go out of bounds. And he stops the clock with 31 seconds remaining. Joyner chased him out of bounds, an 18-yard pickup.
Yeah, but that's big. Now you still come down, and remember, now you're 40 yards out, and with Cunningham with 30 seconds, you know, you still got 4 plays to get it into the end zone.
That's the first rushing play by Cunningham in the game. Denver Broncos lead the Atlanta Falcons 32-28. Will be going there as soon as this game is history. First and 10 on the 40-yard line of the Cardinals. Cunningham being chased. His pass is incomplete with 26 seconds remaining. Victor Bailey was the intended receiver.
Again, this is what Aeneas Williams has done all game long. Look at the nice fake like he's going inside and then gets a great jam on him. And then all you do is you just play trail. You know, you have help over the top with your safety, so you run underneath. I think Aeneas Williams, again, outstanding game today. Both these corners.
And you got to give credit to the Cardinal line, too. They have 3 sacks, but the secondary may have played a role in that, too.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, like, we talked about it all game long. You're still only 1 play away right here.
Williams and Barnett, the 2 threats. Second and 10. Cunningham's throw to the sideline, tipped away by Aeneas Williams. And now there are 20 seconds left, and he was going for his favorite receiver, Fred Barnett, on that one.
So now he has the luxury of playing that zone and sitting down back there and letting everything develop. See how you turn now? Okay. Now the ball is going to be thrown, but he's playing it with fronted. As he's going right towards it, he makes the break before the ball ever gets there. Knocks it away.
Cunningham 17 of 43 for 151 yards and 1 interception. Third down and 10. Cunningham running for his life. And down he goes. Seth Joyner.
Now, the one thing I don't understand here, and I know he's running, and the clock is running right here, but they had nobody other than 3 receivers deep downfield. Now, it's a terrible job. This is terrible.
Clock is running right here. This is the last play. Cunningham fires it up for grabs, and it is tipped, incomplete, and the game is over.
That was a poor job by Fred Barnett not getting back in time, and the offensive line not realizing the clock was running down.
He did not give the Eagles their best chance for one last gasp effort, and the game is over. The Cardinals have even matters with the Eagles. After losing 2 weeks ago, have won here by a score of 12-6. So the Eagles now drop to 7-4. The Cardinals are 5-6 and keep their wild card hopes alive. And Buddy Ryan ends up 1-1 with his former team today. All field goals in the game, not a touchdown, and that's the story. Final score 12-6 for Matt Millen. Dick Stockton right now. Let's send you to Denver, Colorado.